How you liking the NBA so far?
It's all good, man. Getting used to it, you know?
Oh, okay, that's good to hear. Because, I thought the game might be too fast for you.
Come on, man. You talking that stuff already? Look, man, when I start showing up on magazine covers, don't be jealous, all right?
That's right?
Yeah.
How don't we make it a little challenge? Yeah. You outscore me tonight, I'll admit on social media that you're the better player. Which you won't. But if I outscore you, you're going to have to try to do the same.
Man, that's the easiest bet I ever made.
A word?
Yeah.
Oh.
But you know what? I don't think it's fair, man. You even got any fans?
Let's find out.
And there a bit earlier, the Pistons getting mentally and physically ready to play. From suburban Detroit, we proudly bring you the Pistons at the Palace of Auburn Hills. And the 76ers will play just this one game on the road before returning back to Philadelphia. The starting fives for our game. Here are tonight's starting lineups. Someone will be keeping an eye on Andre Drummond.
A lot of blocking shots is instincts, and you either have them or you don't. It seems to me that Drummond has them. And you see the way he times that block perfectly, really coming over from the weak side in particular and protecting the basket.
Well, he just does some things on defense that can take your breath away, quite honestly. His athleticism is jaw-dropping. But he has a knack for timing things up as far as blocking shots, too. And speaking of the trade, I spoke to him earlier, and he's very excited about getting a fresh start with his new team. He thinks he'll be able to get them to that next level.
Yeah, this team takes on a very different look with him on the floor. You've got to believe that they're going to get a lot better with him out there.
Well, there's a new ownership group in Philadelphia as of 2011, and in this offseason, they pulled the trigger and brought in new leadership in the front office. Looks like they're jumping on the analytics bandwagon, hiring the former brain trust of the Houston Rockets.
And, guys, I got the sense during the pregame meeting at center court right before tip-off that it might have been a little heated between the players on each side, if you know what I mean.
How were you out there, though? You should have been here. To the left wing, it's Jennings with the drive. Matthews with the steal. And now Matthews pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Yeah, absolutely. They made the steal pay dividends instantly in the open floor.
And back to the Sixers. I guess for the Wall Street ownership group, going mathematical is something they were, Steve, pretty comfortable with.
It's something that a lot of teams are going through now, Kevin. The new owners, a lot of them businessmen, they want to turn to math to try to figure this whole thing out. Bottom line, though, is it's a combination. It's not just stats. It's talent, stats, chemistry, coaching, a lot of things that goes into winning.
Guys, that's simply superb. Ball pressure, a run out, and then a dunk in transition.
Exactly, Clark, what they wanted, the aggressive defense to lead to.
Yeah, points in transition.
That's why you want to make the other team feel uncomfortable handling the ball, because you can get easy points out of it at the other end.
Jennings dishes to Stuckey, stolen by Anderson. And now Philadelphia on the break. And there's Richardson. That's good on the assist by Anderson. Richardson's got 5 now.
And that almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
And especially the fact that it ties the game, Clark. The lead was about to be stretched out, and instead we're right back to even.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Detroit's head coach and I got a chance to talk for a bit. He knows they're up against a team that plays best when they're getting to the rim. He told me that their #1 concern is going to be sliding over to help on any drives and closing up any lanes to the hoop as quickly as possible. Good rotation is key, guys.
Thanks, Doris. Stuckey kicks to Monroe. Knocked loose. Young with the steal. He feeds it to Noel. He kicks it to Richardson. And that one's good. Richardson's got 7 points. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for Philadelphia.
They've come out in attack mode defensively, applying pressure and stealing the ball repeatedly.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers. They've got a narrow edge here in rebounding early on. You wonder how much that'll play going forward.
Well, I like the way they've set the tone. You know, they're going to have to continue to work at it, but rebounds will be key in this game, no question about it.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Stuckey kicks to Monroe. Looking to end the run. And good coming on the assist by Rodney Stuckey. 50 seconds left here in the opening quarter. The dish now to Noel. Great D that time from Drummond. Well, for Detroit, their last game a loss to the Los Angeles Lakers.
Their offense really sputtered in that game. They went through stretches where points became very hard to come by.
And Steve, you know, their play wasn't terrible. It wasn't too bad, but this game still is about making shots, and the shot making wasn't there.
And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. 32 seconds left to play in the first quarter. To the inside. Here's Sims. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
Love it. Old school. Just physical play in the paint. Dominate.
Phillips goes in. Here's Jerebko. And the Pistons getting another bucket right there.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
Here's Matthews. And that's not going to go. And a good game so far as we conclude the... Second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And guys, what's your take so far on Philadelphia? Looking at Philadelphia, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Pelicans. Taking a look at the 76ers. Matthews in at point guard. Noel is out there with Young. Then there's James Anderson. And it's Richardson in at the 2.
Great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and trigger the fast break.
Wow, and now it's just a one-possession game thanks to that quick hitter. Fantastic basketball on the open floor.
And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. And we have some time now to show you which rookies have the greatest impact offensively over the course of the last month. You take a look at Matthews, leading the league in points per game. Such a great player.
And those numbers have started to set him apart offensively from most of the other rookies in the league.
Yeah, it's been a heck of a month for him, no doubt about that. I mean, let's see if he can continue to build on it, though. Well, you love the skill level for Greg Monroe. I mean, he played the Princeton-style offense at Georgetown. He's a terrific high-post passer, and he actually handles the ball really well for a guy of his size.
And that one falls for Monroe. And you mentioned the great hands for Greg Monroe. A nice soft touch, Steve, around the rim.
And also great at just hauling in rebounds, grabbing steals. He really has a nose for the ball.
Ellis, he's checked in for Brandon Jennings. Matthews can't get it to go. Excellent D that time from Drummond. Ellis, the pass to Stuckey. Feeds it to Drummond. That's good.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And I would continue to do it. You know, force the defense to maybe send a double team. Now you've got other options to work with offensively.
Stuckey kicks to Ellis. Back to Stuckey. Poke loose. Drummond dishes to Stuckey. Stolen by Anderson. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Thanks, Kev. Buckets in their last matchup against the Pelicans really lit it up. He had 52 points, and in addition to his scoring, he also came away with a season high for rebounds. Just number numbers that really jump out at you in a box score.
And thank you, Doris. It was a performance that has to have their upcoming opponents terrified, Clark.
Well, I know this opponent should be terrified because there's a good chance the momentum he gathered that night carries right over into this game.
Well, some of it will carry over. That's inevitable. It's just a matter of how much.
Just 5 to shoot, and he gets it to go.
Now, it's easier to protect the lead if you can get nice high percentage shots rather than settle for long three-pointers that they did in the first quarter.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, shooting percentage a function of shot selection. I think they've got to keep the pressure on each possession, and I think that's easy to do when you're attacking the paint and not settling for threes.
And, of course, last time that these two went against each other on the court, he just torched Jackson Ellis.
Yeah, served him up barbecue chicken style. And, you know, that's something that'll be fresh in the minds of both of these guys. Him to help with his confidence, and Ellis to help serve as a motivation to come back strong in this one.
We've got 22 seconds left to play here in the half.
He hit a three in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Ellis kicks to Monroe. Shot from 6. It's rebounded by Noel.
I'll tell you what, for what's really an elementary shot, he looked a little nervous on that release.
That one's in there. The Detroit lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Matthews.
And after that last game, Clark, I'm not surprised to see him so hot. He's got it rolling right now.
And we're through 2 here and a good one. Pistons lead by 3. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Jason, I saw you briefly talk.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
And it's a battle underway out in Detroit as we get going to recap the action. Detroit up on top against Philadelphia. Their passing has been the key. Great playmaking all around. Greg Monroe's making his presence felt early. His shooting percentage is right at the 60 mark. He is feeling it tonight. And for Philadelphia, they've really been battling. The wins haven't been easy to come by to start the season. No time like the present to turn things around. Buckets having a huge impact. He has 12 points and also has contributed with his passing, making some assists. And that'll do it for us here in the studio. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of the game.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And as we welcome you back to Detroit, a shot here of Renaissance Center on the shores of the International Riverfront.
Talk about being on his game. Look at the numbers for Matthews. 12 points, and he's hit the mark twice from three-point range as well.
Well, it's no secret. I mean, the more points he can come up with from out there, the better off they'll be offensively with their spacing.
Monroe and Drummond there inside. Rodney Stuckey out there with Jennings. And it's Ellis, and at the 3. That's the 5 and the 4 for the Pistons. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will return. 1:57 left in the third. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
A moment now to take a look at some of the stats for Chauncey Billups. He's putting up 10 points a night, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. Those aren't bad numbers, but they're not the kind that are going to earn a lot of extra minutes for him either.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, if he wants to play a bigger role, a larger role on the team, those numbers are going to have to be better than just decent.
Ellis, he's checked in for Detroit. Back to Bynum. Ellis, the pass to Bynum. 6 on the shot clock. The pass to Ellis. There's the 3. And Chauncey Billups good for 3. And the Pistons lead by 15.
Yeah, and he had to get that shot off quickly because the defense was all over.
Yeah, that's the key, Steve. The quick trigger. Any hesitation, and that shot gets blocked.
This is great. 3-pointers going down quickly at both ends.
Yeah, it took them no time to answer back on that possession.
The shot's good from Bynum. Bynum's got 6 points.
And their solid play in the paint continues, guys.
Well, that's been the focus, Clark, as we've watched. I mean, they've created one chance after another inside.
Dishes it to Matthews. Monroe on the double team. And Matthews kicks to Roten. Offensive rebound. Detroit leading by 14. Here's Monroe. 8 points for him. Billups attacking. And Monroe with the basket on the assist by Billups. That's 10 points for Greg Monroe. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession. Myron Mullins is checked in for Philadelphia. The Pistons have gotten 8 of their 11 shots to drop since the break. A great third quarter for them offensively. Ellis dishes to Bynum. The feed to Monroe. And Detroit again with the bucket.
They're playing with a purpose, guys. The big lead becoming bigger. I like the look in their eyes.
And it's on both ends that they've been controlling the action.
That's his comfort zone. So defensively, really nice job.
Well through 3. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Well, this had to be the choice. It was an absolutely sensational feed, putting it way up there above the rim so that only his teammate could catch it. And not only does he do it, but he powers it down from there.
Yeah, the timing of these plays are just phenomenal.
No question.
So on the floor for Philadelphia, Matthews, he's in at the point. Richardson is out there with Young. Then there's Anderson, and it's Noel in at the 5.
Second three-pointer of the half, 4th overall. So he's having a nice game from outside.
And the call will be against Thaddeus Young. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Pistons making a change here. Ellis off a pick from Drummond. They get a hand on it. Matthews with the steal. Now the 76ers on the break. Matthews leading the charge.
Beautiful work in the transition game.
That's how to do it. Attack early before the defense can get itself set.
Young against Ellis. Datome, the pass to Stuckey. The jump hook can't hit. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That game is the first and last of their homestand. A 3 from Matthews. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
And they have gotten themselves back into this game just in the nick of time. If that run had come any later, it would have been too late.
But they're not all the way where they need to be yet, Steve. They've got to keep pushing through.
And that one's good. Drummond.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. You've got to be relentless.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Well, over that break, I listened in on Brett Brown's huddle. He let his players know that they've got to do a better job on defense. He said they're scoring any way they want. We've got to show some pride here. Let's make a stand defensively, get us stops, and get on a run of our own. Do they have it in them, Kevin?
Richardson kicks to Noel. From down in the low post, it goes.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. Drummond dishes to Jennings. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Matthews with it. Rodney Stuckey covering. And that one's good.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Yeah, I don't know, Clark. I think there might be even more defense in warm-ups. I mean, this is kind of embarrassing.
Out to the right wing. Here's Datome. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist. And the Pistons lead by 11.
They've built this lead through plays exactly like that. He's easily been their most consistent performer.
Well, he's been splashing everything today.
Another long-range bomb for him. I'll tell you what, that three-point shot has been the key here, getting that lead down.
I agree with you. With so many of his points coming that way, no reason not to keep going to it.
Matthews, no good. Pistons leading by 8. Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Philadelphia with the ball. They're on a 16-6 run. Jacks up a 3, and the shot is good. Matthews has got 18 points just in the second half.
I'll tell you what, until this defense gets out and defends the three-point line, it's going to be a parade.
Yeah, we've already seen 3 in a row from out there.
And it's blocked by Richardson. And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Ellis kicks to Jennings, and that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession.
A nice play to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
I tell you what, guys, if he gets there a fraction earlier, that's a steal.
So it's the Pistons now, leading by 5. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
And here's Matthews for the 3. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
That 3 puts them well within striking range, guys. Huge shot.
I'll say that's how he's getting his points, much more so than inside.
To Tome, the pass to Drummond. Another shot, and that's 2 points on the layup.
A large part of what they've been able to do here is centered around his offense.
Matthews against Jennings. Matthews, no good. Pistons leading by 6. Stuckey dishes to Jennings. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. Monroe's checked in for the Pistons. And so here is Philadelphia. And here's Matthews for the 3. And that one's good. Matthews has got 36.
Wow, this fourth quarter has just been tremendous for them from deep.
Yeah, they're locked in and putting up a ton of points from outside.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Brett Brown as he addressed his team. He told his guys that they have to improve their defensive rebounding, saying, quote, second chance points can kill us. We need to be more aggressive boxing out. And I think all his guys were in agreement. It's pretty late in the game to be altering the game plan, but they're going to come out with a different look here, guys. Back to you.
Thank you, Doris. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Detroit's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. Just 5 to shoot. No good. Good work defensively by Stuckey. Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. I mean, now's the time to use the clock to your advantage. Take your time. Milk the clock a little bit.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. The Pistons shooting a smooth 58% from the field. Everything going. And so the big win by...
But I tell you, now the whole world knows where the real talent lies.
I don't know what happened out there. I thought I had your number in that one for sure. Lucky game, I guess.
Lucky? Come on, man. You know we got a whole lot more games out here to prove who's got the bigger ego.
Yeah, you're right. Shit, guess I'm gonna have to come out even stronger next time, huh? You're gonna be an afterthought after the next time the game's
Ain't
over.
happening, Jack. Hey, and you know what? Don't forget to tell the media about my skills tonight, you know, since I won that bet and all.
Yeah. Woo! I was hoping you forgot about that.